One. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HIGH-5 podcast, HIGH-5 After Dark. I'm your host, Malcolm from Malcolm&Mary, and today we're going to be diving into some lovely products on the shelves of HIGH-5. I'm joined by my coworkers and colleagues. I want to thank y'all for coming out and partying, and we're going to get started right away. JG, what are we trying tonight on the podcast?
What's going on, friends? How are you?
Doing well. We're doing well.
Good. Well, tonight I am doing a little bit orange Octane from Equinox.
Nice.
So brand here.
Okay.
I already went ahead and opened it because lately these things have been a pain in the butt to open. They're like sealed all the way to the Ziploc. So when you use the tear thing, it doesn't work.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I already opened it up, but yeah, smells delicious.
Really?
Yeah, it does. Smells fuely, gasoline maybe.
Okay. Perfect.
A lot of citrus.
Okay.
Citrus.
Would you say it's orange citrus?
I'm trying to put a hammer on that. I think it's like orange pith, like orange zest.
Ah.
It's got a little bit of bitterness to it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Love that. Okay.
But yeah, it smells really good.
Nice. Okay. And then when you
Like
take
the
those
pine
buds
there.
out,
Yeah.
a little bit of pine. And when you take
Yeah.
those buds out, what's that texture like?
Oh, it's really nice. It's nice and spongy. It's not dry, not overly dry.
Okay.
Like perfect. Not
Wow.
not sticky, spongy, but definitely not dusty. So
Right.
no, it's good.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, and we would call that a proper cure. It's a cured plant. It should be. You know what I'm saying? So love that. Okay. And JG, how are you gonna enjoy this? How are you smoking this?
Like I do every night. Like the big old pack.
Nice. Do you ever use glass pipes or water pipes at all?
I have in the past, yeah. I have a bubbler somewhere around here. I don't know where it went. But yeah, my little bong that I had, I broke. It was just a little guy. I'm
Okay.
clumsy with glass. Normally, I don't even have this glass. I run a pipe tech normally, which is the glass on glass encased in aluminum.
Gotcha.
I'm clumsy. I'm always dropping these things. So
and you know yourself. Look.
Yeah, this is my third one since I started working with you guys. What's that? 3 weeks? I swear to God, I'm always buying $6 glass.
Yeah, then you are clumsy. That's the thing. Okay, very fair. Okay, but very fair. Okay. Thank you, JG. And we'll check back in to see if that flavor translates from that smell. Thank you. And Mr. Billy, what did we try tonight on the podcast?
Ooh, I had the lamb's bread from Grizzly, and let me bust it open and see what's up.
Yeah, look, I'm curious about that one. On the budget end of things.
Yes.
I almost get kind of like an oregano kind of smell.
Okay.
Like herbally, like it kind of smells like Italian spice.
Okay.
But also it has like that leafy kind of smell. Like it has like the kind of like cheaper, you know how like, I don't know, it kind of has like almost like a chlorophyll-y kind of smell to it.
Okay.
Like wet hay?
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, it's not like the worst smelling, but it's not like, oh wow, like that's some Kush, you know.
It's not mouth-watering.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, the texture is not bad. I just say it's got a good like squeeze to it. It's not overly dry. Sometimes when we get in the budget tier, it's like super dry, like dust. You can't even do anything with it.
Right.
Oh, here we go. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. And I think it's labeled as a hybrid.
I also think it's labeled as a hybrid, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But lamb's bread typically is a sativa or a sativa dominant hybrid. So we'll have to see what those effects are all about. Also, what are you thinking about? What medium are you going to use to enjoy this?
Oh, I just cleaned out my bong. So I got a fresh bong, some
Ah,
Oh, wow.
wow.
Yes, Special K.
nice. Special K glass. Big shout out to Special K. Thank you for all of your merchandise at HIGH-5 Supply, which you can find it if y'all are interested, of course. Excellent. And KBZ, does the glass shop have a point system?
They do.
Make sure y'all sign up for both sides.
It's worth
They
it.
are not the same thing.
They're not connected. The points are not connected. They are the same phone number if you choose to use that same phone number. It's just, and it's an easy way if you were just like, I don't remember what kind of CBD I bought last time or what kind of, whatever you bought last time. We can always look it up.
Yes.
That's on both sides. That's on both sides. But glass, I always have customers that swear by a product and they're like, I know I got it here. I just can't remember it. I'm like, okay, did you use the number? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, we can find something that we can try to get it, but I can't guarantee it's going to be the same thing.
Right. And it's such an easy step and it's mutually beneficial.
It's
you
mutually
get your
beneficial.
Record and you get to get your discounts. Come
Exactly.
on.
Exactly.
Love that. Okay. And then Billy, we're trying that in the glass. When you grind that up, let me know if that breaks up very consumer friendly. If it does finally break up and then it is really just dust, because that would be sad. So definitely let me know about that. And Billy, have you tried anything from Grizzly before?
No, I haven't, but they had one that like definitely had my interest called Blackout Bobby, which was an indica one. You can like smell it through the bin. But when we had it, it sold pretty fast because somebody tried it, and I think it was actually pretty good. And they were like, they bought it all up.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm messed up with my fingers so far, and I do have to say my fingers are pretty sticky. But I think I might grind up a little bit too to get like a good kind of smell and feel for it.
Okay.
But the first initial little bong with the little finger jaji,
yes,
sticky. Actually.
Okay, love that. Okay. And that's the lamb's bread from Grizzly. Thank you, Billy. And KBZ, what did we try today on the podcast?
So I have the Bodega Buds Kimbo Kush. Little Yeti in the budget tier.
Hey.
I ground it up. I put so these two nugs right here are about the amount that I ground up that is right there.
Okay.
Not the best, not the most dense.
Okay.
But it released a lot more scent. This is definitely has some myrcene in it.
Okay.
Has a little bit of like a skunky, like baby poopy kind of like when you feed your kid nothing but like bananas because that's all they eat, like banana puree or whatever.
Right. Baby
it smells
food.
like that. Yeah, just very like banana baby poop and myrcene, like the mango like scent. Pretty like, I mean, still very spongy on the texture. I would not say that it is the most sticky, but it is spongy. And like this little like roundup, I would say it's starting to have a little kinetic sand. It's like kinetic sand that's dried out. Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, from the case, it looks like it would be something that might be nice to roll up. But now what you're saying, it doesn't really break up into a lot. You would have to buy that eighth and really get a couple good, joints out of it.
I would say, unless you're going for a blunt or unless you're going for like a bong situation on this, you could get probably two really stuffed like cigarillos, like swishers, stuff like that.
Okay.
If you're using a wood, go with something else. It's just not enough. I don't think you'd be happy. I don't think you'd be happy with how this breaks up.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, very fair.
Does fit the bowl quite well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. And once again, that's the what name?
The Kimbo Kush from Bodega Buds.
Gotcha. Kimbo Kush from Bodega Buds. Also, shout out to Bodega Buds. I do love that name. It's a very New York, like selling weed out the bodega. Very funny, very comical. I definitely get that. That's fun. And it's very nostalgic. It's great. Although I've never bought weed from a bodega ever. It was always in like a parking lot or outside somewhere, reckless. Nevertheless,
The best weeds from the bodega, but
well, yes. And thank you, Caleb. And I have the Captain Yeti. This is the dance floor gelato. I am going to be smoking this out of Blue Brittany tonight. I'm just not in the mood to smoke an entire joint. But we're going to pop this open. This is a 2-pack that can be found in the middle tier. This is not infused. They do give us the lineage, and it's Do-si-do and gelato number 25. Of course, the number 25 is just a phenotype. One mom and dad make a child doesn't mean the brother that's born next is going to be exactly the same. Or in the cannabis realm, doesn't mean the sister that's born next is going to be the same. We have brothers and sisters, but we're different. That's what the number is. Still kind of similar, but not necessarily the same. They can be very, very similar. We can have twins, but also we cannot have twins. So just something to keep in mind. This little guy, we're gonna pop this open. It smells like poop. and not baby poop. This really smells nasty.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, it smells like a grown man who boo-booed himself.
Ew.
It smells like a grown man boo-booed himself. This is one of the first times I would be like, I don't know if I like that. It's such a gnarly scent. But one thing I am interested in is the fact that this is a gnarly scent, but that usually translates in such a wicked flavor that's very different. Things that are poopy don't usually taste poopy. Things that are gassy don't usually taste necessarily gassy, or skunky doesn't really taste skunky. Those things are hard to translate into a flavor. So it's usually more of a spice that comes forward, or, you know, a berry maybe that jumps out 10%. But so we'll see. But anyways, this is how it's rolled. They do tuck the top. As I'm feeling it, it's loose. And you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? You can see the indents. It's loose, you know. This is something I would pull out and then I would shimmy down just to kind of get rid of those air pockets, so that when I was done shimmying it down, there would be no more air pockets. So we would have a smooth and more, how should I say, more smooth and enjoyable experience. But we're going to empty this out. I really am interested to see what this looks like on the inside, just to see if this is full flower. Let's see, and not necessarily just full flower bee buds and half shake. But yeah, that's stinky. That smells like poop. And I can't stop saying that. Now, as I empty this out, let's see if it wants to come out. This is definitely real flower. And I'll let you know because the texture is very uniform across the bowl right now. You can kind of see it. Can't really tell the difference between each piece. It's literally very uniform. And I'll even pat it down. That's just it loose. And when I touch it, oh, it's soft. Oh, it's soft. Love that. Beautiful. But yeah, literally like a brand new bowl. Literally like a brand new bowl. So as you can see, we packed one bowl in Blue Brittany. Of course, Blue Brittany has a shallow bowl, which I've been enjoying. Really, I'm supposed to be switching my glass every like month and a half. I thoroughly am enjoying Blue Brittany so much because of this bowl. It's just enough. And sometimes when you finish a bowl, subconsciously, you shouldn't think this way, but you're like, I finished a bowl, so I'm done. It's kind of like the joint. You light a joint, you say, I'm done when I finish this. With this bowl, although this is probably only 0.2, look, this is a 0.5 joint. This bowl is probably 0.2, if that. When I finish this, I subconsciously tell myself to stop. So I stop, and then you allow the high to actually commence. You allow the high to actually kick in. When typically if the bowl was bigger than this, you keep going. And it's like, you didn't need to keep going. You could have saved. You didn't need to build your tolerance more. You didn't need to take on more cannabinoids. You were good as you were. So a lot of the times I'll smoke 0.2 in this bowl, be like, I feel something. We start with our sample form. Then I'll literally start finishing the sample form and look up and be like, wow, I just did the sample form. I'm obviously high. Do I need to pack another one? No, I don't. I really don't. And then I get up and I live my life. You don't need to constantly be spending all of your money on weed. Shop smarter, not harder. You must do this. Don't abuse it, use it. If you are somebody that is trying to be price conscious, if you got $1,000 to spend on weed a week, go for it. Do it. If you work 3 jobs and you can live your life and you want to do whatever you want to do it, go ahead. Buy the bar. Buy the bar. But if you don't need to buy the bar, you should be buying a bottle before you go to the bar. Same difference. Shop smarter and not harder for yourself. Literally, it's so simple. We make things difficult when we don't have to. And then we're upset when we come in and I only have this much to work with. Imagine if you started shopping smarter and not harder for yourself a year ago. You'd probably still have flour from a year ago. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. But nevertheless, we're going to dive into this. And I didn't forget, we have our 3 X's on the bottom. We got a terpene profile to get after. I told you, it smells like grown ass man poo-poo. Poo-poo. That's exactly what this smells like. Gaga Vivi. And
Gaga Vivi.
I don't really I don't really know what else to call this other than grown ass man boo-boo. Poo-poo. Grown ass man boo-boo poo-poo jajavi. Okay, very fair. Also, happy holidays to everybody. Make sure y'all are out there driving safe. Make sure you are getting warm. Favorite season to get dressed in. I do love the winter time because more layers equals more clothes, but please dress warm. Pneumonia is real. Getting sick is real. Spreading your sickness to others is real. You know, dress accordingly. We don't need you coming in the sandals and the shorts. Also, you can live your life, but sir, you're cold. And I know you're cold. It's okay. It's okay to be cold. It's okay. Just think smarter and not harder. Nevertheless. Okay. Now, how are we feeling so far off of those hits, JG?
My turn. I'm stoned. This stuff is good. Very, very heady, euphoric, like face numbing.
Okay.
Yeah. I just smoked half that gram and fuck yeah, I like this. Very much.
Really?
Very much. What do you know if this was an indica or a sativa or hybrid?
It's a sativa dominant hybrid, technically.
Okay, that's it. That explains that. But yeah, I want a sativa. I want to sit and chill and watch a movie.
Okay, love that. Okay, very fair. Where is it affecting you mostly physically?
Upper half, like
Upper half.
Chest up through my shoulders. It's like numb, tingly fingers.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Wow. Okay.
Very much a relaxing thing for me. Like I said, I'm an opposite. I operate on indicas. Sativas make me want to relax and chill. So that explains that. And yeah, this would be something that I would sit down, watch a movie with the lady, and have a bowl before.
Love that. What's your favorite genre of movie? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. No, not all of them.
You know what? Here's the God honest truth to you guys.
And I'm ready.
I don't watch a lot of TV, movies at all. Like, if I sit and watch a movie, it's usually something she wants to watch.
Smart man.
Yeah, I don't watch the news. I don't watch TV shows. Although I got into Yellowstone with her, and we've been watching that.
Okay.
Yeah.
My sister
So
was just watching that today. I was
yeah,
like,
Nice.
I
Okay.
like that show, and I do. I like it. I enjoy it, and don't get me wrong. I enjoy watching TV. I just don't do it on my own
Yeah.
accord.
Yeah.
I got other
And I
things I'd
get
rather
that.
do. So
Of course.
yeah,
Of course. Okay, very fair. Now, JG, is this your first time trying anything from Equinox?
it is the first time. Yeah, I've been
Okay,
curious
so
about it.
yes, and they are on the they're not in the budget tier, but they're in the middle shelf.
Yeah.
At the very budget side.
The bottom end of the budget or the
Yeah.
middle tier. Yeah.
Do you think from this so far, this is something that you might recommend or be thinking about checking the brand out again, that farm again?
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely want to try some of the other stuff to figure it out. And yeah, I'd be suggesting this to people. I'd be really curious to see the effects of somebody, that operates with sativas, making them want to do things. Be very interested to find that. Yeah, it smells good. It looks good. It looks decent. Like I said, it's good. I don't have anything bad to say about that, except their packaging.
Well, okay, very, very
That's okay.
fair.
That's okay.
And it is. Okay. Okay, thank you, JG. And then Billa, how are we feeling so far off of that? What was it? I forgot.
lamb's bread.
Yes.
I feel it like in my eyes. I feel like like I
You
don't
look
know.
like you just ran a marathon. It's also the headband,
He's
but
chilling now.
Definitely like a very facey high. Like when you were saying that the orange octane was making you feel like in the head and the face.
Yeah.
Like literally I was just like, oh, same. And then I don't know, this light too on me, it's like a plant light. And I feel like after smoking that, I'm like, just like absorb light like a plant. And it, because it was so like chlorophyll.
Yes, photosynthesis.
yes.
Yeah, I'm photosynthesizing, absorbing the light. It tasted like thyme though. I like narrowed it down. Like smell and taste is like thyme.
I love that. Love that.
And it's not necessarily like in a bad way, but
yeah,
honestly pretty good.
Nice. Okay,
A
definitely.
little chlorophyll though. Little chlorophyll.
Okay. Now think about the price. I know we can't say it, but think about the price. Is this something? How much have you smoked so far? Also, one bowl.
Just a bowl.
Okay.
Bowl.
Do you and it's midnight? Think about this. Is this something that you think is good bargain for its potency?
For sure. I mean,
okay.
For where it's at, yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, so it's a good bargain for its potency. What about the experience so far don't you care for?
I don't know. Sometimes I'm not the biggest head hive like fan. Like I have to be in like a kind of a mood, Like you said that it looked like I ran a marathon. It kind of feels like I'm just like, oh, like it's kind of stressful, like feeling like my head's like,
Okay, totally.
I'm gonna chill though, and I'll be like, just watching a movie probably for a while or something.
Nice. Do you think this is going to be the last thing you smoke?
Well, I got some stingers, and I like the stingers a lot.
You do love the stingers.
I do.
Yes.
They're live battery infused.
Do you hear a sizzle when you smoke that at all, the stingers? When you do next time, try to listen to see if you hear a sizzle. Yeah, because if it's batter, that's moisture. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know if that would really make a sizzle. I wonder. Okay, but yeah, and we it's hey, the stingers, and that's also, they're not so budget tier in the infused joints, are they? They're like middle.
They're like middle. I'd say a good middle price.
Okay, a middle. And in the stingers, those are 2s or 1s?
2 half grams, and they're kind of small.
2.5 grams. Okay. Small like Deluge or a little bit bigger, you think? No, they're small like Deluge.
I think they are, but they just have the paper on them. So
Right. And their filter is thicker than Deluge as well. Interesting. Okay, very fair. Big shout out to Deluge. I keep trying just for no reason. Literally shout out to Deluge for no reason. They are literally that good. And they're a great deal. You know what I'm saying? Great deal. Love that. Okay, thank you, Billa. And then KBZ, what are we thinking so far?
So I smoked the bowl, basically just whatever I showed y'all earlier. I smoked all of that. I definitely do feel high. I feel like it kind of creeps in, or not creeps in, it like eases into like the top of my head and like kind of just lingers around there. I am feeling a little bit of tingling throughout like my body and all of that. But one big thing that I don't like about this. I usually with Kushes feel like a sense of like muscular relief or a sense of like tension relief in my body. I'm not feeling that. Where is she?
Wow.
It's making me very aware of my body, very aware of like every part of it, like how I'm sitting, what part of my body is touching where on my chair. Not in like a anxious way, of like a I'm aware kind of way. I'm doing notes. I also said not great for the podcast. My head doesn't, or like my brain, my attention doesn't want to focus on the screen. I'd rather focus, like I was focusing on petting my cat, and I was like writing on my little like makeshift sample form because I can't find the rest of mine. But yeah, it's just way more effective at just like being like a chill in the moment. I don't have nothing to do. I won't have anything to do. I would probably like scroll on my phone. That's not what I want to do, but that's probably what I will do.
Wow.
But yeah, it's not my type of high so far. I am thinking about smoking more.
Already.
It's not that it's not potent enough.
Right. But like you said, it's not your type of experience.
It's not my type of experience. And I don't know if I am going to smoke this specifically right now. Maybe I smoke something else and see if it entourages well. I don't know.
Right.
We'll make that decision in a few minutes.
Okay. One thing I will say is I love that you say, I don't necessarily think it's best for the podcast because your disposition is very, not necessarily grumpy, not necessarily uninterested, but it's very unsatisfied. You have a very unsatisfied disposition and it's showing, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with us, but everything to do with the, what you've gone, the influence you are under. So I love that. I literally love that. And remind me one more time what that was.
This is the Bodega Buds Kimbo Kush. It's in the...
Remind me how you describe that scent one more time. The first three things.
Very aware of my body.
No. The terpene profile. You said baby poop that they just ate bananas.
It was banana, baby poop, mango, and lemon.
So you literally want to stay away from that combination.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Kimbo for everybody out there. I know Caleb knows this, but for everybody out there, it doesn't have to be Kimbo Kush to have that terpene profile. You could come across Agent Orange with that terpene profile. Go ahead and remember that you don't enjoy things that smell to that range of smells. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. In a market in particular where you can smell it, we can't smell it in ours. So what do we have to do? We have to take it home, try it, and then record what we tried. Because now, no matter what, now you can go in and ask and say, hey, what smells like this? Then we can try to help you to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, thank you, KBZ.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. This is the dance for gelato. What a name. Number one. Number two, figured out the flavor. I wrote, it's very floral. And that was on like my first hit. If you run this back and look at my first hit, I mean, it's a goddamn. This is a very floral. It's super. I wrote super lilac. Lilac is the flavor that I'm getting. I get lilac more than anything else. And it's almost like, you know, when like I'm technically a barista now. I hate that term in reference to me because I'm a server.
No, you're not,
but like
not a barista, a weedista.
Well, no. I'm a barista at my other jobs. You know what I'm saying? As like part, it's like also in part with that.
I got you.
Just it's really it's because of champagne poetry. I blame them. But nevertheless, I've learned a bunch about coffee and coffee drinks. Malcolm King does not drink coffee because could you imagine? But nevertheless,
No.
I think that this reminds me of like we have like rose syrup, like when you make like a rose syrup latte or whatever the hell it is. This would be like a lilac syrup. Like this is what that would taste like, 100%. I said it even has like, and I said like sometimes like berry notes might come out when it smells like poop. It usually doesn't taste like poop. I was trying to say the other things that it might taste like. I wrote it has a slight beefiness. It has a slight beefiness that's like stemming from that poop smell. Maybe they ate carne asada. No, I'm kidding. That's gross. But hey, it's the way the cookie crumbles in this instance, or the filet mignon. I wrote that, but I wrote the burnt bowl still smells like poop. So as I'm sitting here and this is sitting under my nose, it smells poopy. It literally smells poopy. It smells poopy. And I think this would definitely stop me from smoking this out of my glass again. I think now when I come across this, I'm gonna just smoke it in the joint form or snip the joint in half and, you know, smoke a roach, because I wouldn't want to go through this experience again. It's a little off-putting. It's a little too poopy. It's a very lovely high. Well, let's get into that. It's a very happy high. I definitely feel social. I feel very engaged. I'm able to actually write. You know, I have a lot more than I usually do while I'm on the podcast. I'm able to actually write and still stay engaged while y'all are talking. I'm listening. I'm able to provide feedback. I have no hindrance whatsoever like that. I think in moderation, I still wouldn't want to be functional because physically I feel it. Like the uplifting tendencies in the chest are very prominent. I wrote, has wonderful chest euphoria, felt in legs, the thighs underneath in particular. I also feel it in my feet. This is great. And I've only taken 3 hits, maybe 4 hits. I don't even think it's been 4 hits if y'all can check. But I wrote that was after 2 hits. So after 2 hits, it had a wonderful chest euphoria already. So that was a really nice surprise. I said the smoke is probably a 7 out of 10 smoothness. And for the flavor, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. It's a very unique flavor. And I said it has a cough, like a little tiny cough, like boom, 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 kind of bothering me after I take my final hit because of its potency. Not necessarily because it's harsh, you know what I'm saying? And also, I want to give a big shout out to everybody going to the movie theater still, when you could just pirate every single movie in the world for free immediately as soon as it hits the theaters. Shout out to everybody still going old school, old school, and going to the movie theaters, because I want to say this, I'll let you know. I've lived in Oregon for 8 years and have never been to a movie theater out here, period. Period. I've never been to a movie theater in Oregon yet, nor Washington, period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And I'm ashamed of that because there is a movie theater 200 feet from my house or apartment. The Hawthorne Theater is literally on the corner of my street.
You gotta go.
It's actually not on the corner of the street. It's behind my house. It's next to Hawthorne Highway. I'm literally, well, I see the back of it. I can't see it right now.
Doxing yourself.
I can't see it right. Well, you know. And also come holla at your boy. Y'all know where to find me. I work at Jam 1 Halls and everybody know where to find me.
Everyone, yeah.
There is no hiding. There is no hiding.
We are not
This
a
is my
secret.
neighborhood. This is my neighborhood. And now Champagne. This is my neighborhood. Period. But nevertheless, fantastic. And guess what? It seems as though it is time for the scale of 1 through 10. Would you buy that again and remind the people what it was? We're going to start out with you, JG. What was that?
Equinox garden. This stuff, yeah. Equinox garden, the orange Octane. Sativa hybrid.
Nice.
Super tasty, actually. I didn't talk about the taste of it. Very, very citrusy, very orangey. And then I go back to the smell, and all I can smell is orange. Like, very, very orangey. So
nice.
I like that. I do like that. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. I'm gonna go with like 7 or 8, like 7.5.
Okay, 7.5. Fair. Fair. Very fair. All things considered, flavor, grow, price, all things considered, 7.5.
Yeah, maybe a little higher. We'll lean towards 8.
Okay, 8.
I forgot about the price. Very well priced. Very well priced for what you got. So yeah, we're gonna move that on up. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Now we have over 150 flower options. Is this something you would buy again?
I think so.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Big shout out to Equinox then. Big shout out to Equinox Gardens, and that is the orange Octane in the middle tier. We do have a decent amount. Definitely go in and check that out for yourselves. Thank you, JG. And Mr. Billy, what do we think of scale of 1 through 10?
You know, I was reading the package and I just realized it says it has like pesticides. I've never seen a company like list the pesticides that they use. So I'm kind of interested in like what those actually are, you know?
Okay.
The names are like Suff Oil, Piganic 5.0, and Azera. There's 3 different kinds, it says. I'm gonna Google them later and see what the heck they are.
Yeah.
Maybe not like, I don't know, all pesticides aren't like bad per
It's
se.
true.
You know?
It's true.
But,
Okay. Now, do you think that could maybe be something that leading to that smell? You know what I'm saying? It could maybe boo-boo or more budget flour is just, well, I can't even say that. But I wonder if that's the pesticides. I wonder if that's the pesticides that you're smelling.
could be, or feeling too. I'm like, honestly, I was pretty feeling, I'm high. I was zoning out for a minute. I was just like,
high on pesticides. Hey, I'm high on pesticides.
Hey,
high on pesticides.
you're getting high on something.
I can't get high anymore.
Cracky.
My tolerance. Oh, here you go.
Try adding some pesticides.
Here's some neem oil. Dab this. Ew, dabbing neem oil. Treehouse. Here we go. We're going to the moon. No. But okay, Billy. But so what would you give this as a scale of 1 through 10 though?
You know,
all pesticides considered. No, I'm kidding.
pesticides considered, I'm gonna give it like a solid 6. Actually.
Okay.
I feel like the high is not that bad for what you're paying. It's like pretty decent. It was a little chlorophyll-y. Taste, I would give it like a 4.5.
Okay.
But high was a 6, and I think it was because of the pesticides. But like maybe
hypothesis,
a 5
allegedly.
minus the pesticide. Pesticides gave it that extra 1 point.
Gave it a little zhuzh.
A little extra zhuzh. Is what the hell?
I've never seen a place list them. Well, and thank you, Grizzly, for that.
Yeah.
It's like interesting.
Yeah.
At least we know what we're smoking.
Exactly.
I'm on that Azura. Azura and Sufoil.
Yeah, yes, smoking blue.
Again,
Yes,
Yeah.
blue.
5.0. Come on. I can see the future now.
I love this. I love
Open your
this.
third eye.
Right.
Mutated third eye. Go.
Love that. Love
You're
that.
gonna have to report back to us
Yes, yes, you really
what
will.
you find out.
And also, Billy, do you think this is something you might want to buy again?
No.
And there you go.
No.
Very fair. Now, what would you do? You think that this would be good in a joint or a blunt? Do you think this is good rolling weed?
I mean, a whole blunt would probably be pretty fire. I think so. You probably wouldn't
You
even
gotta try
be able
it.
to tell too if it was like a flavored wrap or something. You'd probably just be like,
Yeah, a
Little
flavor wrap
saucy.
could definitely combat and help it out. You know what I'm saying? Combat
think
that nasty lack of flavor.
give it a little extra something.
Yeah, well, actually,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Okay, very fair. Thank you, Billy. And big shout out to Grizzly. That I believe is their first time on the podcast, so shout out to them. And KBZ, I am going to go first just so I don't ramble.
Yeah,
so
no
we can get
worries.
you on here. I had the dance floor gelato from Captain Yeti. I think that this is a wonderful high, to be completely honest. I've smoked one bowl, which is the little tiny bowl I blew Brittany. I've got my joint still. I've got the other joint, hopefully, because if I didn't, I was in trouble. As you can, I mean, just, and I didn't even shimmy this one down. You know what I'm saying? So first, no, because we can. For the sake of research, I'm gonna shimmy this one down. Let's see. Boom. And always remember, as I shake it down, I stop and I twist and pinch. Stop and twist and pinch. Boom. Love that. Gaga BB. And like I said, I go until I don't see any more creases. Boom. And then as soon as that's the case, I stop. I'm not about to play with y'all. So basically, I smoke nothing and I feel great. I'm not about to play with y'all. Literally not about to play with y'all. Absolutely fantastic. It's happy. I can't get over it, how happy it is. I'm literally thinking about what I'm going to eat, and I'm not mad about the exercise I'm going to put forth to earn it. I'm immediately thinking about the push-ups I'm going to do. I'm immediately thinking about the sit-ups I'm going to do to just try and put the icing on the cake. Working out before you go to sleep is the icing on the cake. I feel as though that's where all the results come from. It's not about what you do in the gym. You must continue. You know what I'm saying? You must seal the deal. Working out after you go to sleep, even the slightest amount of calisthenics. If you know what I'm saying, like you'd be so surprised. You'll be so surprised because your body doesn't expect it. It's ready to go to sleep. And then it's like, oh my God, a little extra yah. Then you'll really, oh, it's great. But nevertheless, I think that this high is good. What is this high good for? Other than that, I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. It's very social. It's almost too social, and I wouldn't really want to be in public. I wouldn't really want to be on a date or anything like that. It does have dry mouth, so I definitely don't want to be on a date. Shout out to the Old Mendel hash plant. That one didn't give me dry mouth from Kyona. No, that one gave me super dry mouth. The Tahi Tahiz, sorry, from Cedar Creek. That was such a treat, and still is, because we smoke nothing. It's because we smoke nothing. Shop smarter and not harder for yourself, and maintain your tolerance. You'd be so surprised. Nevertheless, this is a very nevertheless high. I'm going to say whatever I'm going to say and literally get back to what I'm trying to get at overall. But it's not as precise, you know what I'm saying, as the hard apple cider. The hard apple cider from Captain Yeti, if you remember that. That one's very, very persistent and precise in each task. Every thought is very well planned out. This is like the opposite. It's like the engine's going, you know what I'm saying? The mouth is going, the brain is going, but they're not on the same page. You know what I'm saying? It's quite interesting. It's like there's a car, there's an engine, there's wheels, but there's no steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the best way I can describe this. It sounds like over crossbreeding, and it is. This is why I don't like more of the cookie strains. I'm not the biggest fan. But nevertheless, to each their own. I'm sure somebody loves it. I know for a fact, if I smoke this entire thing, I would be smacked. Does that mean I would be drowsy? No. I could just be now, instead of a car engine, an airplane engine, and that's scary. That's scary to think about. That's scary to think about. But for somebody else, this could be, fantastic. Just potency alone, being in the middle tier as an item, I guess I give this I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. There's just other pre-rolls that I definitely like more. I would get something else from Captain Yeti alone. Like I said, that hard apple cider is from Captain Yeti. If they made a pre-roll of that, I would get that instead. You know what I'm saying? We usually release more than just one strain when it comes to each company's pre-rolls. So I would definitely get the blueberry cupcakes or muffin, whichever one it is from Captain Yeti. I would get that instead. So definitely would not rate that higher than a 7.5. Definitely would not purchase this at all, period. And I'm always very surprised to hear and love this when people are like, yeah, this is, a 6 out of 10. I'd buy it again. I love that. I love that because that's not me. If it's not a 10 out of 10, I'm not buying this again. You know what I'm saying? Because you literally could just get something else that works best for you. If it is available, of course, all things considered. Nevertheless, like I said, this is a very nevertheless high. I don't know how to say nevertheless in Portuguese. I have to figure that out. But also, I'm not able to ramble in Portuguese yet. Thank God. I might go out there and stay there. That's funny. But it seems as though this has brought us to a close.
Wait.
I want to give a big
We forgot Caleb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Nevertheless.
I have a lot to say. Okay.
I'm so sorry, Caleb. Okay.
It's all good.
And also, big shout out to Captain Yeti. Once again, this was the dance floor gelato. Would I want to go on the dance floor with this? Absolutely not. Absolutely. Just to get rid of that notion. Like I said, my body's so high. And I would want to sit and watch, like at a strip club. I would smoke this in a strip club and talk to myself under my breath and try not to look weird. So maybe just wear a mask. Ooh, wear a mask. And talk to yourself under your breath while you're at the strip club. That sounds really, really, really weird. But that's very specific. And I think that's what this is best for. Acropolis, to be exact. Shout out to Acropolis. Have a steak. Lack of appetite. There you go. Do the joints. Figured it out. This is for going to Acropolis and watching some beautiful dancers and talented dancers and eating fantastic steak. And there you have it. What's your favorite thing to go along with steak? Go, JG. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Potatoes.
Go.
Potatoes, baked potatoes.
Baked potatoes. Okay. Billy, favorite condiment for steak? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
If it's good steak, it doesn't need a condiment.
Wow. You're not wrong. Mine is A1, I will admit. I know it's a flavor bomb, but I do like A1 steak sauce.
It can be good. It can be good.
Sauteed mushrooms.
You said what?
Sauteed mushrooms.
I don't like mushrooms unless they make me smile. Those only mushrooms you're gonna catch Malcolm King eating, period. No.
The worst
Also,
taste
shout
of them all.
It's exactly. I could see mushrooms and steak playing well. I could see that. I could see. Okay, but now KBZ.
Okay. So
No, not that. You have a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 coming your way.
Oh.
Favorite alcohol cocktail to go with beef or steak? 5, 4,
okay,
3, 2, 1.
I would say
go.
A margarita, a spicy margarita.
Love that. I love that.
Yes.
I love that. I that is a great answer. Somebody told me it's a holiday season, so they are making it was a spicy margarita, not pomegranate. No, it was pomegranate. Yes, pomegranate margaritas that were spicy. I said, I like that.
That sounds bomb.
That sounds
like
bomb
that.
as
Put some in my
Yeah.
cup. Put some in my cup.
That's a,
I need that.
like this. Drink it up the
Yes.
bong. If anybody makes cocktails in bongs, please find me. Like bong, you know they make coffee mugs with the bong. Can you make like a martini thing with like an actual bong so you can drink out of it? That would be great.
Out of it.
But
It's
no,
alcohol.
not smoke out of it. Only drink out of it.
Oh,
I've seen
You know what I'm saying?
cups that look like dab buckets.
Yes.
Like a banger, and it's like,
Oh,
but
that's
it's like a
cool.
cup size.
Yeah, we should get those at High-5 Supply.
We
That we
should.
need.
I'll look.
We need that.
I'll look.
We need that. We definitely need that. Okay. Shout out. But now,
Yes.
now, KBZ, what are we
Okay.
thinking?
So I have to contain my rant. I busted out the banana runs because nothing gets me more excited and more in the mood to rant than banana runs. Okay, so I had the Kimbo Kush from Bodega Buds. Okay on its own, wasn't my high. I definitely, like I said earlier, don't really feel like that connected to the podcast ever since I started smoking the banana runs. I am. And they do pair very well together. So I'm happy I chose that. Definitely going to give it a 2 out of 10. I
Wow.
will not buy this again. I would recommend this for someone if they're wanting to absolutely do nothing.
Okay.
Like literally like just sit on their phone doing nothing productive, nothing like, I'm not going to say that that's not productive, but it's not something that's going to move your day forward.
Wow.
Yeah, this is great for like sitting on the couch doing nothing, chilling with your cat, whatever.
Right.
I'm just unsatisfied.
You have so much more verve in your voice.
Yeah.
Like literally. It's like you woke up. It's literally like you woke up.
And that's banana runs.
With the perfect amount of sass. You have like that moxie.
Wow.
Banana runs gives you that confident moxie. It's beautiful. All right, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I could go on and on and on about how much I don't like this, but I will definitely say it is not my high. I don't like everything, and you don't have to like anything or everything too.
Yes.
2 out of 10. Would recommend occasionally. Would not buy this again. Would not give this to a friend and say this is a good smoke. I'll smoke this eventually. It just will be followed up with something like banana runs or something like electric water slide from Captain Yeti's, things like that. Like very social, very bubbly things, just to kind of combat that, like just want to sit down and not do anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Banana runs, 7,000 out of 10. took myself out of such a funk. I literally did not. I did not want a podcast after I smoked the Kimbo Kush. I did not want to sit here for another 20 minutes to sit here and be like, well, I'm unhappy with this high. I said, let's fix that. You know what could fix that? My favorite shit in the world.
Wow.
You know what Evergrow could do for me? They could give me a lifetime supply and I will be their spokesperson.
And how dangerous would that be? Caleb, you wouldn't leave the house.
I would. I get bored. Even of my favorite strain, I get bored of the same strain. Think of this, if I got an eighth a week for life, for 50 years even, I would be completely content.
Yes. Yes.
I could give some away. I'm not gonna smoke all of that. I could give some away. Little gifts. Y'all know what you're getting for Christmas.
Stock. Uncle Caleb.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I
You
like
would be
that.
you would be Mr. Rogers.
I would be.
Rogers. Everybody would want to be Caleb's friend. That's so funny.
Yes, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood with
yes.
banana
Let's
runs.
get rid of the lottery and start doing that with weed. Where's the weed lotto? Where is that idea?
Oh,
win the weed lottery. Oh, you won $500 billion. Oh, I just want a lifetime supply. Why don't we have that? In each designated state, just like the lottery. You know how the lottery is different state to state?
Yeah.
Why can't we just have a weed one for the legal states? That'd be so great.
That'd be rad.
Whoever's listening out there, give us the first 100 tickets.
Yes.
Crack lottery.
Oh my God. Oh, the city's on fire. You just see this burning. But okay, thank you, KBZ.
Yeah.
And it seems as though this has brought us to a close. I want to give a big shout out to everybody out there smoking weed, period. And to my coworkers and colleagues, I appreciate you. Remember to stay high and humble, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace. Bye, y'all.